Welcome to the Serengeti! We're fucking ready, Triple H! It's gonna leave a mark! Oh yeah, man!
Proceed with caution.
It's basic mathematics, man.
Shut up, bitch! Give me a fucking mic!
Hey, yo.
All right, for a minute there, I thought we lost him. Whoa!
Hey, yo.
Let's get into it, let me tell you.
Dummy! Yeah! Yeah! Dummy! Yeah! Yeah! Dummy! Yeah! Yeah!
New Japan's Sakura Genesis. Finally watched it this week. You know, it's busy, taxes, allergies. I hate this time of the year, every year. Never fails. I hate it. I can hate it, but dealing with it as I go. You know, I finally watched the show, and I could see why people thought that this was New Japan's best show so far this year. So we're gonna get into it. First match of the night, tag team match. We have Master Wato. He's teaming up with Togi Makabe, going up against Gozai Fujita and Hartley Jackson. All right, from Young Punks, which is Zack Sabre Jr.'s group. All right, good match. Fast forward to the finish, which I did not expect this. Hartley hits the jagged edge, not the band, the DVD to Makabe for the 1, 2, 3. Kozai and Hartley go over. Moving on to the next match, we have the Unbound Company. Alright, used to be unaffiliated, and now they're unbound. Alright, we have Robbie X, who I'm not familiar with. We have the Bone Soldier, Taiji Ishimori, and of course, one of my favorites here in New Japan, the Rampage Dragon, the Unbound Dragon himself, Shingo Takagi. Going up against some UE members. Alright, we have Jacob Austin Young, we have Francisco Ikira, and this man who is quickly becoming one of my favorites here in New Japan, seeing his work in Noah, and that is Jake Lee. Alright. It was an okay match. Or you fast forward to the finish, Shingo hits the Last of the Dragon for the 1, 2, 3. The Unbound Company goes over. We then move on to the 8-man tag team match. Bunch of tag matches on this card. Alright. We have on one end, we have Toru Yano, Yo, Tiger Mask 4. And I love his theme song. That shit hits. Reminds me of like a 1980s like anime. Like some like Fist of the North Star type shit. Or Go-Go 13. Something like that, you know? And Erwin Wolf. Alright. Going up against Yoshinobu Kanemaru, Sho Doki, and Don Fale, aka Bad Luck Fale, aka the House of Torture. Alright, which is interesting because I know Evil is gone, if I'm not mistaken, from New Japan Pro Wrestling. Alright, so it was an okay match. It was more of a showcase from Aaron Wolf. Alright, as fast forward to the finish, he locks in the reverse triangle choke for a submission. Afterwards, Don Fale, he gets into a squabble with Aaron Wolf. They duke it out. Aaron hits the angle slam, or aka the Olympic slam. He picked his ass up too. Picked him up, had him up, delivers the move, pins him, rubbing some more salt on that wound delivered to the House of Torture. Alright. We didn't see the brackets for the upcoming Best of the Super Juniors this year. You got A block, you got B block. And if I had to pick one to win, I'll probably have to go with Kosai to win. I think he deserves it. They need to push that dude. Put the belt on that man. Alright. Second pick, I'm biased, so I would go with call me Nick Wayne. I'm about to go insane. Third, probably maybe T-Tone. I like him. Hell, even Robbie Eagles, I like to see win, because I've been watching this dude. He's been in New Japan for a minute. You know what I mean? But yeah, if I had to pick one, I'm going with Kozai Vegeta to win this year's Best of Super Juniors. Alright? Move on to another 6-man tag team match. This time we have El Desperado, Taichi, and Yuya Yomura going up against the Great Okan, Hanare, and Mr. Bruv himself, Will Ospreay. Some more UE action here. And shout out to you, King Tanuki. I think that's your name. I apologize if I fuck it up or I mispronounced it. Alright. You are 110% correct. Alright. There was too much bruv on this show. And look, I get it. You know, he's like the Finn Balor of the UE. You know what I mean? But it was too much at one point. I'm just like, okay, we get it. Wait, like, this ain't your fucking company anymore, man. Like, you're in fucking AEW, for fuck's sake. Well, yeah, it was an okay match. Fast forward to the finish. Ospreay hits a Stormbreaker, which, again, Stormbreaker is a sick move. Even though, if I had to choose my favorite move from Ospreay, it's the flying hidden blade he does, where he runs and just accelerates and just crashes into his opponent, man. It's like, it's so simplistic, but so effective. You know what I mean? Like, I love it. I love that move. But yeah, bruv hits the Stormbreaker, 1, 2, 3, United Empire, goes over. Afterwards, Hanare and Great Khan, they attack El Desperado. They want fucking Mr. Bruv himself to join in, because he is a member, even though he left, like, 3 years ago, but what do I know? But they were like, you get your ass in here, you attack this dude now. Hanare, he was impatient, hits a dress kick to El Desperado, packs his ass up. Bruv gets in the ring, tries to calm down Hanare, Great Khan, talking about, like, listen, bruv, alright, I created this shit. Alright, I'm the founder of the UE. Alright, that's not how we do things here. Alright, even though he was a heel when he first created United Empire, but, you know, I digress. We move on to the next match, and it's for the Never Openweight 6-Man Tag Team Championships. We have Yoshihashi. We have Hiroki Goto. And the 2-belt champion himself, Boltin Oleg. Going up against some more House of Torture, we have Chase Owens. Oh my god, this dude, damn. Yojiro Takahashi. And Ren Narita. Again, it was an okay match. I didn't really get into it. You know, at this point, I'm good off the 6-man tag team matches, man. Even though I do like Hiroki Goto, and I do see potential in Boltin, I said that before, but I do definitely have something there. Alright, but fast forward to the finish. You got Yoshi and Hiroki hitting the Shoto tag team finisher. You have Oleg locking down the Lex Luger style torture rack. And still Never Openweight 6-man tag team champions, Yoshihashi, Hiroki Goto, and Boltin Oleg. There you go. Afterwards, Oleg grabs some mic, talking his shit against House of Torture, said, fuck you guys. Yeah, we kicked your ass. Like, I don't know what he said here, but big ups to all 3 men, right? They did their thing out there. We move on to the next match, and this is where business picks up for me. It's for the New Japan World Television Championship. We have the shooter himself, Shota Umino, going up against the reigning, defending, undisputed World Television Champion, the Alpha, Konosuke Takeshita. Now, these two easily could have gone another 15 minutes. Right? It was a 15-minute time limit. Fast forward to the finish, and it was hard hitting. Now, it was back and forth, like 50-50. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't know who was going to win here. You know, like, I wanted Umino to win. I'm not going to hold you, because I'm like, they got to do something with him. You know what I mean? Like, this dude, like, this is one of the guys that you need to focus on for your future in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Alright? Shota has it. Alright? What that is exactly, I'm not sure. But the man has potential. Alright? It's just, they've been so, like flip-flop with him. You know what I mean? Like, they give him, like, these half-ass pushes here and there. Like, they're not fully invested in Shota Umino. Like, they don't know exactly what to do with them. You know what I mean? And that's how it comes across for me. Just my opinion. You know what I mean? I'm not here to rage bait. You know what I mean? Like, I don't go out pissing people off on purpose. You know what I mean? Like, I say what I say and I say what I mean. You know what I mean? Like, just, it's that simple. If you feel some type of way, that's on you, bro. You know what I mean? I don't tell you. But the match officially ends via draw, and still World Television Champion Alpha Konosuke Takeshita. Afterwards, we see Yumino. He's confronting Konosuke, looking at him dead in his eye. He was like, I had you. You know, I had you. All I needed was 2 more seconds. 2 more seconds, that belt wouldn't have been mine. You know what I mean? So, I guess they're teasing they're going to run it back at some point this year, and I hope you do. And give them, a half hour. Give them an hour if need be. But I definitely want to see a rematch. They got to run it back at some point. You know what I mean? Between these two. Then we move on to easily the best tag team match of the night. Not even close. Alright, and that's for the IWGP Tag Team Championships. Alright, we have the challengers. We have Ryohei Aiwa and Zack Sabre Jr. going up against the reigning, defending, undisputed IWGP Tag Team Champions. My favorite tag team here in New Japan, and honestly one of my favorite tag teams in the business right now. The Knockout Brothers got Oscar and the big homie himself, Yuto Ice. Good fucking match. Like, I enjoyed this match, man. Like, it was hard hitting, back and forth. Right. Of course, you got Zack Sabre Jr., a former 2-time IWGP champion, doing his thing out there. Right. You got, in my opinion, hell, I might give, if the Knockout Brothers are champion pretty much the majority of this year, or hell, even heading into next year, my pick for best tag team might go to these two. I'm not going to hold you. Alright, these guys are awesome. But this was a solid match. Fast forward to the finish. Oscar and Yuto hit their finisher, the Corella, I think that's what it's called, for the 1, 2, 3, and still IWGP Tag Team Champions, the Knockout Brothers, Oscar and Yuto Ice. Afterwards, Yuto grabs a mic, he's talking his shit. He was like, damn, it feels good to make money here in New Japan. Damn, it feels good to wrestle in the best pro wrestling company on the planet. And damn, it feels good to still be the IWGP Tag Team Champions. My question is, where the hoes at? Because it's time to get high. He then gets interrupted by Hanare, the Great Okan. Hanare is like, no. The only reason you two bums are champion is because you didn't beat us. So we got dibs next. Right. Then they get interrupted by Yoshihashi and Hiroki Goto. Hiroki was like, no. We won our match tonight, and we want a shot at those tag team championships. Yodo then says, like, listen, fools, like, you can kick each other's asses for all I care. And whoever wins, we'll defend these IWGP championships against anybody, anywhere, anytime. Because it's time to get high. Big up. And that's it. So we see Yuto Ice, easily one of the best mic workers in the company because he's a shit talker. Right? And he's hilarious. Right? But we move on to the main event. And this match, in my humble opinion, is easily a match of the year contender because this show is crazy. Like, I'm not gonna hold you. Like, I did not expect this shit to go as hard and as crazy as it did. Right? And this match is for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. We have the challenger, a man that has helped create a resurgence here within the UE, the young leader of the United Empire, the Prince, Calvin Newman. Alright? I see why people like him. I do. Right? It's like when I seen this dude before, like, I forgot to mention this, but he kind of reminds me, it's kind of like a hybrid of Jay Caucasian and Will Ospreay. If you combine those two, you get Calvin Newman. And if I'm Newman, keep your eyes on Jake Lee, because that dude's up to something. Right? Like, I would not trust that motherfucker right there. Like, that dude is diabolical. Alright? I'm just saying. But he's going up against the reigning, defending, undisputed 2-belt champion. So I'm not mistaken, he was also the global heavyweight champion still. But more importantly, he is the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. The man that brought back the one of the most beautiful, prestigious belts of all time. And that is Mr. Gene Blast, the leader of Unbound Company, Yoda Tsuji, the man here in New Japan. But yeah, this was an excellent match. And I like on commentary, they were talking about how, because I'm not gonna lie, their English commentary for New Japan, is underrated. I don't see people talking enough about how good they are, because I forgot who it was. I don't remember their names, but they're like, Ospreay, he was gone for 2 years. You know what I mean? I don't think Newman needs his advice. He won Best of Super Juniors this year. I think he's doing just fine without breath. And I'm like, fucking thank you. Alright, fuck you over there coaching him for it. He doesn't need you. You know what I mean? But match itself, back and forth, hard hitting as shit. Alright, these two were, you got fucking Tsuji hitting Gene Blast. And people talk about spears, best spear in business. I don't see enough mentions of this man right here, Yoda Tsuji. Alright? Dude easily has one of the best spears in the game right now. Easily. Alright? Yeah, he's hitting curb stomps. He's in fucking Gene Blast. You got Newman hitting his fucking the lariat. You got the Kiss the Crown. I think that's what it's called. He's hitting his fucking finishers. There's ref bumps. You got fucking Tsuji hitting the fucking curb stomp to Red Shoes. He was out. There was 2 ref bumps in this fucking match. And when I seen that, I'm like, there ain't no way. They're not gonna do Tsuji like that. But you fast forward to the finish. Right, Newman pulls Red Shoes in front of fucking Tsuji because Tsuji's about to hit another Gene Blast to finish the match. Right, Newman takes advantage, hits a low blow, hits the make way, which kind of reminiscent to Kenny King's Royal Flush finisher that he hits it for the 1, 2, 3. Yeah, good golly, Miss Molly, the new IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, Calvin Newman. I'm like, and there it is. I'm like, that's crazy. I'm like, because I didn't expect Tsuji to lose the belt so soon, and it's kind of funny because I think it was you, King Tanuki. You brought up the fact that Tsuji didn't want to drop the belt or defend the belt against Gaijins, and here he is dropping the belt to a Gaijin. That's kind of crazy. But after the match, we get a moment, between the king and the prince, and it's I get it, the founder, got Newman leading the way for this new variation of the United Empire. I get it, but there's too much bruv for me. But bruv straps that belt around the man's waist, gives him a big old hug, alright, and then outside of nowhere, we see a masked hoodlum and that pile driver to Tsuji, and it turns out to be the turncoat himself, Gabe Kidd. Crowd boos the fuck out of him, and I forgot to mention this, the crowd was completely into the main event. Alright? They were loud and rambunctious pretty much the majority of the match. Alright? Which tells you how good it was. But we then see Shingo Takagi come to help, only get smacked up by Gabe Kidd. Gabe Kidd then takes the Global Heavyweight Championship and Yoda Tsuji to the back. Alright? We see Shingo, he grabs a mic, he says no, you're not gonna get rid of me that easily. Alright? It's Calvin Newman, I'm challenging you for that IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. Basically what he said here, Newman grabs the mic, he says, Shingo Takagi, I whooped your ass before, and I'll whoop your ass again. Alright? And it'll be for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. Alright? Shingo leaves. Newman talks his shit. He says, you're looking at the youngest New Japan Cup winner of all time, and now you're looking at the youngest IWGP World Heavyweight Champion of all time, Calvin fucking Newman. He didn't say the fucking, but he should have. Alright? I'm the prince. I'm making way for the United Empire, and all of you will bow down and kiss the crown. Basically what he said here, and that's it. New Japan needs some new stars, and they got one here, and Calvin Newman. Alright, so big ups to him. You know what I mean? Like, again, I did not expect this. And that's the beauty in it. Alright, we don't get enough surprises like this. Like, I didn't think they were gonna fucking end Shuji's reign like that so fucking quickly, but here we are. You know what I mean? And I'm all for it. So big ups to Shuji. Again, I know he'll be a champion again at some point. I mean, he still has the Global Heavyweight Championship for now. Alright? But New Japan needs some new talent. They have a young, up-and-coming talent here in Calvin Newman. And this is how you do it. This is how you strap the rocket to a young talent. Push the fuck out of them and you go all the way. I mean, don't go half-ass. Go full-ass. Both cheeks. So yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say about this shite. Good pay-per-view. I enjoyed it. Alright, main event. Like, easily one of the best matches I've seen so far this year. And I also enjoyed a tag team match for the IWGP Tag Team Championships. But now I want to hear from you guys. If you guys watch and keep up with New Japan, I want to hear from you. Alright, how you guys feel about Sakura Genesis. Alright, leave your comments down below if you care. But as of now, I waste enough of your guys' time. So with that said, be safe, be blessed, take care of yourself, protect you and yours, your loved ones, stay warm, stay dry, stay frosty, but most importantly, trust in God. God be with you. I'm out of here. Oh, before I head out, I would not be doing a AEW Dynasty review because I've seen what happened on Dynamite this week, and I'm like, fuck that. You brought Camille out from Purgatory just to job her out to a one fucking arm Willow Nightingale, and then now you have fucking Darby Allin, your new AEW World Champion for people like Bobby Lashley, before Wardlow, before Brian Cage, before Roosh, before fucking Tommaso Ciampa, before fucking... I'm surprised he got that shit before Orange Cassidy. Like that's kind of crazy to me. You know what I mean? So, but best believe, if Darby can win it, so can OC. So look forward to that. But no, my next video will be breaking down the whole squabble between Killer Cam and main event Jey Uso because that shit was hilarious. So I will be doing a video on that, best believe. Alright, I'll get that shit up, if not today, probably tomorrow, and I give 2 fucks about WrestleMania 42. I'm out of here. Till next time, adios.